We are turning to Sahil Mengani, freelance journalist in New Delhi, who has been documenting unofficial figures for us. And what have you found?
First of all, counting in a country which is as large as ours, a country with a population of over 1 billion people, is a mind-boggling task. So here's what I've been doing persistently, and that is focusing on just one aspect, that is a mismatch between government's figures and the figures that I then gather from different crematorium and burial grounds. Now, there are 29 crematoria and burial grounds in the national capital. I've spent the last few days surveying them all. And this is what my investigation now reveals, that in a 15-day period between April 18th and May 2nd, as far as Delhi government's figures are concerned, if you go by their official data, then 5,006 people died of COVID in the national capital. But my survey of 29 crematoria and burial ground reveals that they cremated a staggering 8,558 people just from COVID-dedicated centers and hospitals in the same period of 15 days. That's 3,552 more deaths than the government's figures.
And what does that tell us about the national situation?
So when you see that this is the situation in a city which I must say is relatively more transparent, you can then imagine what must be happening in other states all across India, particularly India's villages. Now, there are states which clearly have been underreporting. It has been acting against journalists, which are trying to find figures like I have for the national capital. So their figures are even more because, and as I was saying, even these figures that I've been able to find does not include suspected COVID deaths, does not include people who die outside hospitals. You can then imagine what must be happening in other states all across India, particularly India's villages. Now, there are states which clearly have been underreporting. It has been acting against journalists, which are trying to find figures like I have for the national capital. So their figures are even more because no government in India likes figures which go against them. And as I was saying, even these figures that I've been able to find does not include suspected COVID deaths, does not include people who die outside hospitals. Okay. In rural India, the belief is that COVID does not exist. So for them, they are dying just because maybe they think that the death was to happen. So they don't even think in terms of COVID.
So you are in New Delhi yourself. How would you say people cope with this terrible situation?
Oh, it's been beyond horrible, grief. As a journalist, what I can tell you is that there is not a moment, even while I'm talking to you, my phone has already received 3 to 4 missed calls. Our DMs are flooded, and it's not just for me. I think every journalist right now in India has become that intermediary between those who need something and those who can provide something. And it is true for not just for journalists, but also activists. And that is exactly what everyone is doing. Government is missing from the ground. Before this second wave struck India, something as basic as an oxygen cylinder was available in the market very easily for roughly $80. But this is what people are now forced to pay. That is roughly $1,700 to $1,800. So from $80, it has gone up to $1,700 to $1,800 now. People are buying life-saving medicines, which were available for less than $100 and is now available for as high as $5,000. That's how bad the scenario is on the ground in India in several states.
Sahil, take care of yourself and everyone around you. Thank you so much for joining Urix. Mala, klasseskillet i India stort, og det